This week on Channel 8 News, we investigate the financial aid program, we take a ride with the Missouri State Highway Patrol, and we get the latest on the spring semester one-act plays. Channel 8 News starts right now. Good evening and welcome into Channel 8 News. I'm Rachel DeYoung. Last week, Jacob Wood and I got the privilege to ride along with a Missouri State Highway Patrol trooper. Let's take a look. Dale Reuter has served as a member of Missouri's law enforcement for over 20 years. He currently serves as a trooper for Troop H of the Missouri State Highway Patrol. Through the years, Reuter has frequently been asked why he works such a dangerous and sometimes hated job. He says the answer is quite simple. Somebody has to.
About it, and it really comes down to this, is so you don't have to. Somebody has to do this job. Somebody has to stand up for what is right, protect the people of our community, and it was just something that fit me.
Reuter knows sometimes doing what he has to do sometimes means people won't think too fondly of him, but he says if he weren't to do his job, others would suffer.
When I make the traffic stop on the side of the road here and I don't do my job, I'm not affecting me as much as I'm affecting the motoring public, and I'm affecting every other trooper or law enforcement that runs into this individual down the road.
But the life of a trooper definitely isn't all 5-minute traffic stops and speeches to kindergarten classrooms. Reuter says there are times when situations have come down to life and death.
You know, there's been times in which I've done this job that I always carry a notepad with me, and I wrote goodbye notes because I figured what I was doing, it was going to be it. But then you still got to go do the job that you were paid to do.
The trooper says when things come to that point, every trooper knows there's no other option but to fight.
And that's just all there is to it. And have that desire in your life to live and make it home for your loved ones. That's really it. There's several different sayings in our line of work. One is to always make it home, and the other one is I'd rather be judged by 12 than carried by 6.
But this doesn't mean Reuter's actions don't weigh on his mind. As a religious man, the trooper turns to his faith when his thoughts get heavy.
It makes it better because, you know, there's times you sit there and think, I kill somebody, I'm damned to hell. You know, is that what I want to do? Is that the career path I've taken? You know, because it's a reality, and it gets more and more every day. But when you care about what you're doing, you want to know more about it, not just on the level of doing the job, but on the level of how does it affect you? How does it affect the community? And being a religious person, I wanted to know how it did there. And, you know, God knows these things are out there and knows these things are coming. And if you do what you're supposed to do, when you're supposed to do it, and act the way you're supposed to act, you're going to be okay.
But through everything he's seen and all the hard situations he's been put into for the good of his community, Reuter still believes no matter what, it will all be okay.
The sun is going to rise. It is going to come. The day is going to come, and everything is going to be okay. And that's just how you have to do it.
Let's take a look at this week's Northwest Event Report. The Office of Student Involvement will host their Spring Organization Fair Tuesday at 10 in the Union Ballroom. Student Senate will be hosting their blood drive throughout the week until Thursday 11 a.m. to 4 p.m. in the Tower View Dining Room. Thursday, women's basketball takes on Central Oklahoma in Oklahoma at 5:30, and the men will play at 7:30. Baseball will be in Arkansas Thursday at 6 to play Henderson State University, and Saturday, baseball will take on Arkansas Tech in Arkansas at 12, and softball will take on Upper Iowa and Missouri S&T at 1 in Arkansas. Men's basketball will face Northeastern State in Oklahoma at 3:30. For more coverage on sports, check out Bearcat Update at 6:15 right after this. When we come back, Angela Luna gives us this week's weather report. We'll be right back after this. Don't go away.
Welcome back to Channel 8 News. I'm Angela Luna. Thanks for staying with us. Let's take a look at this week's weather. For Monday, we have cloudy skies with a high of 26 and a low of 15 with a 20% chance of rain. For Tuesday, we have a high of 25 and a low of 12 with sunny skies and a 0% chance of rain. On Wednesday, we will have partly cloudy skies with a high of 37 and a warmer low of 21. For Thursday, we will have a high of 37 and a low of 21 with a 0% chance of rain with partly cloudy skies. Going into the weekend, we've got a high of 37 and a low of 20, and on Friday with a 20% chance of rain. Saturday is partly cloudy with 39 degrees for the high and 27 for the low. Sunday is cloudy with a high of 38 and a low of 24 with a 10% chance of rain. That wraps it up here in the Bearcat Weather Center. When we come back, we take a look at the prescription drug problem on the Northwest campus. Stay tuned.
Welcome back to Channel 8 News. Thanks for staying with us. Our reporter James O'Connell sat down with the Northwest health educator to get more information on the Northwest prescription pill problem. James?
The concern of addiction is something that has came up a lot in the news in recent times. With the research carried out over the statistics, we find that over 40,000 Americans passed last year alone. With this being a huge part of the lives of many, Channel 8 News look into the wellness service here at Northwest. I talked with BK Taylor, the health educator for the Wellness Centre, about the issues surrounding addiction.
Well, I think that it is as serious as you would find in generally any location. Addiction is always a concern that people have to be worried about, and especially when facing any challenges. And being cautious about how they're using any kind of medication, from over-the-counter to things as simple as alcohol. I think the fundamentals of what addiction is probably not going to change in the future. Hopefully the progression of treatment and the effectiveness of treatment will progress so that we become more effective and can do treatment better. But the fundamental concept of addiction, I would imagine, will stay reasonably stagnant. However, I imagine the things that people become addicted to and the various substances that could be involved, those will always be changing and progressing. And I would even hope that our understanding of addiction will grow and maybe change. So maybe addiction itself will inherently change as well as we understand it further.
I also asked what Northwest has to offer in relation to helping with addiction.
We've always got counseling services available here on campus. So we have 4 licensed counselors and 5 sessions per semester per student. And then obviously we have a local resource called New Beginnings, which deals with recovery and addictions.
We can now understand the importance of knowing more about addiction and how to deal with it. Reporting for Channel 8 News, my name is James O'Connell.
Thanks, James. Channel 8's Maureen Proxel investigates the federal financial aid program. Let's take a look.
Student loan packages could change for incoming freshmen in future years. The federal Perkins Loan program will expire in September of 2017 unless Congress acts again to extend the program. The Perkins Loan serves students with the greatest financial need. According to Financial Aid Director Charles Mayfield, 290 Northwest students received Perkins Loan funding this school year. Mayfield says that he is hoping legislators will take a comprehensive look at student aid when the time comes to reevaluate reauthorization.
So there'll be a lot of back and forth, I think, in the next 12 or 18 months through reauthorization and trying to figure out what the loan programs need to look like longer term. There's a little bit of a push right now for the idea of one grant, one loan, one work. The one grant would be the Pell Grant, and then consolidating all the loan programs into one loan program for students. And then there would be one work program, that would be federal work study. So
Mayfield says that students do have other options, including both subsidized and unsubsidized loans and Parent Plus loans. The Perkins loan originally expired in September of 2015. In December, Congress passed the Federal Perkins Loan Program Extension Act of 2015, according to the U.S. Department of Education's website, allowing universities nationwide to provide Perkins loans to eligible students for another 19 months. For KNWT Channel 8 News, I'm Maureen Proxel.
Thanks, Maureen. When we come back, we get an inside look at the most recent one-act plays. We'll be right back after this. Don't go away. Welcome back to Channel 8 News. Thanks for staying with us. Katie Peterson went behind the scenes to experience the one-act plays for herself. Let's take a look.
While the crew set up for rehearsal, I met with student director Allison Nisley, and we talked about what the students get to experience through the one-acts.
The cool thing I think about our Lab Series program with student directors is the students that act in them get to experience multiple different kinds of directing styles, multiple different experience levels with different directors, and I've acted in one acts here before too, and I think it's just exciting to kind of go along with the one act specifically, you know, being a part of these directors' first shows, these first directing experiences, and it's exciting, and you can tell it's a learning process for both parties, and it's just very educational and watching somebody else learn how to direct.
The one-act plays took place over the weekend, and make sure to check out the theater department's next production, Alice in Wonderland, February 26th through the 27th. For Channel 8 News, I'm Katie Peterson.
Thanks, Katie. Well, that's all the time we have for this week. If you want up-to-the-minute coverage of stories that matter to you, like us on Facebook at /Watch Channel 8 News, or follow us on Twitter at KNWT 8 News. From all of us here at Channel 8 News, I'm Rachel DeYoung. Have a great night. Bearcat Update starts right now.